Good morning, Florida lacrosse fans. Friday morning, April 22nd. Morning coffee with Florida Lacrosse News. Lee Roggenberg, your host. Let's have our first sip. Okay. That little subscribe button. Yeah, the subscriptions grow every day, couple every day. Let's keep it going. Please hit that subscribe. Encourage others to do so. Like the video if you do so there too. Let's get to today's program. First of all, those who saw the tweet, I was watching Notre Dame in North Carolina yesterday afternoon. Eric Dobson, Fleming Island alum, 4 goals for the Irish. Eric in his sophomore year, really getting some nice accolades from the broadcasters during it too. And before I get to the high school, let me just kind of mention a little bit about, I'm kind of old school. I haven't cut my cord yet. I have Comcast. I have the extended sports package, which means that I have the ACC network, the Big Ten network, the Pac-12 network. The SEC doesn't really do lacrosse, so I don't have to worry about that particular network. But if you're used to just basically checking out which ESPN broadcast is on that weekend, you're really missing out on an awful lot of great options. The ACC network has their own game of the week. That's on Thursdays. Not only did I watch that one, but the UNC Duke women's game came on after that. Quite an impressive performance by the Tar Heels in that one. The Pac-12 network, you get an awful lot of high-end Division I girls lacrosse, and I think they throw Utah in there once in a while too. Big Ten network, you have the Sunday night game of the week, plus other games during the weekend against men's and women's, obviously, also to watch. And so if you want some really great high-def lacrosse, that extended sports package from your cable network, assuming it has those networks, is really a smart investment. It's certainly one for me, and I certainly find ways to watch games when maybe others are stuck with maybe a computer streaming option. Okay, last night we finished up the 1A first round. Berlin Jesuit with the 12-3 win over American Hedge Plantation. They'll be taking on Oxbridge, I believe, in the next round. And then Oak Hall with the 13-4 win over South Walton. They'll be taking on Episcopal School, I believe. And actually, Episcopal School is going to be playing Bowles. They're going to be playing Maclay in the second round. Last night, girls 2A got underway. Western with a 10-3 win over Cypress Bay, a 5-4. Not really a surprise there. They were pretty close in the power rankings, but Western with the comfortable win. Boca Raton, easy winner over Wellington. St. Thomas, easy winner over Palmetto last night. So far we've not had any major upset as far as a 7 or 8, for instance, beating a 1 or a 2. Not unlike March Madness too. Before we get into tonight's games on the high school side and discuss them, let's get through the college stuff quickly. Kaiser women with the 23-7 win over Thomas More in the Mid-South Conference. I believe that was the semifinals for them. And Talia Myers, 4 goals for Kaiser, and Madison Andrews, 4 goals and 1 assist for them. MCLA polls out yesterday, D1. Florida still at number 5. Florida State getting votes. And in D2, Florida Gulf Coast 9. Florida Atlantic 17. Miami getting votes. The SELC, which is the Southeastern Lacrosse Conference and covers those Florida teams. The players of the week were swept by Florida players. D1, University of Florida and Winter Park grad Will Halligan, Offensive Player of the Week. UCF's Bronson Reno, also a Haggerty grad, a Defensive Player of the Week. And on the D2 side, Ryan Thomas of FAU, Offensive Player of the Week. Brandon Huff of FAU, the Defensive Player of the Week. Congrats to all of them. heavy schedule on the college scene. This weekend, we've got Jacksonville men hosting Mercer, Florida women hosting Temple, Jacksonville women hosting Liberty, Flagler men hosting Alabama Huntsville, Florida Southern men hosting Palm Beach Atlantic, the Rollins men hosting Florida Tech, Seton Hill is hosting Tampa men, Lynn men are hosting St. Leo, and Florida Tech women are hosting Rollins. Lynn women are actually playing a doubleheader. They're hosting Tampa on Saturday and Florida Southern on Sunday. That's make or break weekend for the Lynn women. 5 teams vying for 4 slots. We'll see if 2 losses could knock them out. 1-1 probably gets them in. And Flagler women are traveling to Montevallo. Palm Beach Atlantic women are hosting Florida Southern on Saturday, so they're doing a doubleheader also. And the Embry-Riddle women are hosting St. Leo on Sunday. I didn't see an Embry-Riddle men's game listed this weekend, and I believe the Flagler women are off, if not done by now. And I believe Stetson is not playing until next weekend. So, again, if college lacrosse is your thing, plenty of games to choose from this weekend as that season starts to wind down. Okay. Boys scene tonight on 2A. Mitchell is hosting Eastlake and Lake Mary is hosting Oviedo. Most of the boys' games are on Saturday. I expect both favorites to win those. On Saturday for the boys, Vero Beach hosts Boone, Newsom hosts Alonzo, Niceville hosts Nice, Boca Raton hosts Western, Winter Park hosts Vieira, Columbus hosts Wellington, Gulf Coast hosts Steinbrenner, St. Thomas is hosting Dwyer, Ponte Vedra hosts Flagler Palm Coast, Plant hosts Riverview Sarasota, Creekside is hosting Forest, Windermere is hosting Timber Creek, and Lake Nona is hosting Martin County. When you look at those games, some of the ones that are sort of jumping out to me, Newsom and Alonzo played a 1-goal game a couple of weeks back. Again, that doesn't necessarily mean as much as maybe sometimes we think it does, particularly late in the year, maybe players missing, whatever, but certainly one to keep an eye on. Niceville, their first game in the brackets, hosting Nice. Nice will, in all likelihood, comfortably win the game, but always like to welcome a newcomer to the bracket. Boca Raton hosting Western. We know the story about Boca, the losing record in the brackets and actually hosting a first-round game. In all likelihood, Western will win the game. Winter Park is hosting Vieira. Not so much because I think it's going to be a good game, but again, it's those who saw my interview on Brevard Sports Network yesterday knows that I spent a good deal of time talking about Vieira and Cocoa Beach and Holy Trinity and where they are sort of in their growth processes. So this is another one of those stepping stones that a program like Vieira goes through on their way up. Columbus hosting Wellington is actually very intriguing. Columbus finished the year very well. Wellington kind of struggled late in the season. We'll see if that continues and if Columbus can potentially at least pose a challenge to Jupiter. Gulf Coast is hosting Steinbrenner. Very interesting matchup. Steinbrenner up in Tampa has to travel down to Naples. And Steinbrenner, with their loss in the district final to Mitchell, Gulf Coast taking out Riverview Sarasota. Expect a really good game there. St. Thomas should have no trouble with Dwyer. Same thing with Ponte Vedra. Plant hosting Riverview Sarasota. Expect Plant to win, but I don't think they expected this would be their first round matchup. A team this good. Creekside hosts Forest. Should be an easy win. Windermere is hosting Timber Creek. They should win the game, but it won't be a blow-up by any means. Timber Creek has the ability to give them a pretty good game. Lake Nona hosting Martin County. We'll see just how real Lake Nona's season is. It was kind of hard to get a read on them from the schedule. Tonight on the girls' side, we have the 2As in heavy action tonight. Lake Mary hosting Lake Brantley. The 2-7 matchup to keep an eye on as far as a potential upset. They've played twice before. Lake Brantley lost by 3 and by 1. So this is hardly, in all likelihood, going to be a blowout for the number 2 seed. And if there's a 2-7 upset out there, let's keep an eye on that one. Well, Niceville also on the girls' side hosting Oviedo. Similar situation. Congratulations to getting there, but I don't see you knocking off Oviedo. Bartram Trail should cruise over Buchholz. Eastridge is hosting Vieira. Another interesting game to watch. I haven't really paid a lot of attention to the Treasure Coast on the girls' side as much as on the boys' side this year. Gulf Coast hosting Plant. Similar travel issue, but I suspect Plant will win the game. Celebration is hosting Windermere. Very interesting matchup. They're actually ranked pretty closely together. Should be an interesting one to see. Sickles hosting Riverview Sarasota. Kind of look to see if Sickles turnaround can take them through this game. Vero Beach hosting Winter Park should be an easy win for them. Haggerty hosts Spoon, same thing there. Ponte Vedra is hosting Creekside. Should be an easy win there. Newsom hosting Manatee. That's an interesting game. Newsom, though, is one of the best 2A girls teams in the state. Manatee had a very nice season, but I don't think they're going to be able to handle this one. Steinbrenner hosts Wiregrass Ranch. No problem there. And Palm Beach Central hosts Stoneman. That's kind of an interesting game also. Palm Beach Central has played some really good games, had some clunkers this year. So we'll see which version of them shows up at home. They should win the game, but probably be a relatively close game. You have an awful lot of great games out there to go see. So, pick one, get out there, support the kids, and enjoy the night. It's Friday night. I know when I woke up today, the weather was beautiful outside. Temperature had cooled off nicely. I'm sure that you're going to find a lot of comfortable weather to sit and watch a game around there. So let's get out and support the teams. I didn't see any girls' games scheduled for Saturday. So assume that this is going to be it for the first round for the girls 2A today. As we go on, I'm going to kind of try to get a little bit more in depth as the brackets break down. If you remember last year, I probably overdid it a little bit with the detail that we broadcast on Morning Coffee last year in the playoffs. But certainly, coaches, I hope you've updated all of your max preps by now. If you haven't put your stats in, you're going to be fined for it. I believe the FHSAA has already indicated that to you. So if I go and I look for stats now and you haven't input them, you're either made a decision that it's worth paying the money or you don't know yet and you're going to be a little surprised. But this is one of the better ways for me to bring you even better detailed information as these games go on. So please, coaches, if you haven't updated your statistics yet online, please do so. Certainly will help the lacrosse community follow and have a better feel for what's going on. Wanted to thank Alan Solodzinski for yesterday's interview on the Brevard Sports Network. It's easy to find. I put it on our Facebook page and I tweeted it out yesterday too. And we had a great discussion. It was a lot of fun talking about it. We'll be going up next Wednesday, be his broadcast partner as Holy Trinity is hosting Montverde. That's going to be a lot of fun to do, regardless of how it turns out on the scoreboard. This is again one of those step up on the rung type setups where the established team is playing the up and comer. Now, technically, Montverde is kind of an up and comer too, but Chris Spalding is at the helm, so it's really more. I think of it as more the established side of the sport right now. So, if you do get out to a game, #TAFTAG, take a friend to a game, lay off the refs, enjoy yourself, good behavior in the stands, kids please, sportsmanship. I should have kind of mentioned this earlier. People were sending around a video of Oxbridge St. John Paul after the winning goal was scored. I'm sure the kid feels bad about what he did, and the coaches handled it behind the scenes. So, that's all we need to talk about with that. But, kids, it's an emotional sport, but you've got to keep control of your actions on the field. Believe me, it's much better for you if you do. Honor the game, respect the game, and grow the game are not just words. Part of that is also the kids showing sportsmanship towards each other, because believe me, the younger kids are watching too. This is Lee Roggenberg, Florida Lacrosse News, saying so long from the Sunshine State.